everyone, it's Stephanie from Chalet. We're just going to hang out for a little bit, make sure everyone's here before we get started. But today we are going to make some bird feeders out of pumpkins, and I'm sure you guys already have yours at home because we're getting towards Halloween. And maybe you guys already carved them, and that's all set. But we all know what happens to pumpkins is they start to rot, and the squirrels eat them, and they stop looking so pretty. So we're going to find out ways that we can reuse them to feed our little bird friends in the yard. We're going to do a large one and we're going to do a small one. This is a craft that can be done with kids, but we do have to use some sharp stuff, so definitely supervised. Do that cutting for them. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. This is a pumpkin carving tool kit that we carry at Chalet. It's got 3 different tools in it. One of them is really just for like decorations, but the other 2 we'll be using. You've got your knife and your spoon. We're going to start on our big guy here. So there's a lot of different ways that you can do this. Essentially, you just need to make a vessel that can hold bird seeds and that the birds can get into. And for this one, we're going to get rid of this gorgeous face. Sorry, man. It's been nice. So I'm just going to make a line for myself around his face, so I know where I'm going to cut. And making sure that there's a little bit of space here so that there's enough room to fill it with seeds. We'll get to town. One of the salespeople facilitators at Chalet carved this pumpkin for me before I cut his face off. It's beautiful. Thanks, Becca. Hopefully everything doesn't fall off this table as I cut. All right. That's it. You can give this to the squirrels, free squirrel snack. There's 2 types of people in this world, I think. One that wants to attract squirrels and one that doesn't. We're going to cover it for both. But here's the start for a bird feeder. I'm going to make sure that this is a little bit more open so they can get in. You can leave all of this extra pumpkin gunk in there. They actually love it. They'll eat it. Seeds too, if they're still in there. I've seen people use seeds to decorate the bird feeder after they're done with it. So you could maybe like stick them in along the edges, make like a little crown, do whatever you want. A little bit better. Different size bird feeders and different types of seed will attract different types of birds. So if you want to attract your little guys, a little bird feeder is good. Otherwise, if you're trying to attract some of the larger ones. Okay. All right, so we cut out the front there. I've seen people cut the back out too, so you have 2 entrances, 4 holes. You can do a whole lot of different stuff, but for the sake of time, we're just going to do 1 here. All right. Get rid of some of this extra gunk. And then another thing I'm going to do to keep it a little bit more stable in the tree, I'm going to put notches on the bottom of the pumpkin along where the ropes are going to go. So just so you guys can see, since I don't want the ropes to cover the hole, I want them to go here, 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 here. So look at those. You can also use thumbtacks, nails, grounding pins, staples even, to attach the rope there. As you can tell, it's a little breezy, so make sure your pumpkin doesn't fall out or the squirrels don't knock it out. As I get pumpkin all over me. All right, so there's my little notches. And then I got twine. We sell this at Chalet as well. This one's kind of like an aged color, which I thought would look pretty and fallish. You can just use whatever twine you have, or you can make it pretty. You can also use things like Sharpies or dyes, that kind of thing, to color your pumpkin if you want. But just be mindful what you use, because if they're going to eat the pumpkin, you don't want to use anything toxic. All right, so now I'm going to cut 2 lengths of twine. These clippers are not sharp. Here we go. Do you have an extra pair of scissors? Thank you. All right, that works for now. And then I'm just going to crisscross them and put them into those notches I made. Over. I might have to take my gloves off for this part. But then, my notches aren't deep enough. Let's do longer twine. Much better scissors. And I'm going to do a little trick here. Fold over the twine so they're attached to each other like that. I think it's going to make it easier when I flip this. So that's there. All right. And now we just have to tie up the top. And as I do that, I only brought one type of birdseed with me. This is the Flaming Hot blend. This one deters animals. So if you don't want your squirrels to be eating the seed, this is a good choice. This is just like a flaming hot sauce that you can put on any seed that you already have to keep them out of it as well. Obviously, the squirrels are still going to want the pumpkin. So I have a spray to put on the outside of the pumpkin as well. don't think I measured this twine very well, but that's fine. It'll get the point across. All right, and then go ahead and tie it up the top. There we go. And then to keep the seed dry, you can go ahead and put your top back on, especially with how wet and rainy it's been. In the middle there. My hanger is a little bit out of view here, but, and then you can hang them up. All right. I also brought bamboo stakes from the store. We sell these for like $6 a pack, or you can use twigs from your yard. And that's just to make a little purchase for them. So I'm going to cut a little piece off here. I'm just going to put a hole right at the front of my pumpkin. Stick that guy in there. Now they have somewhere to land to get into the bird feeder. And then go ahead and just fill her up. Now with the seed in there, I can go ahead and hop in and enjoy our new bird feeder. Another product that we have at Chalet is the well-known Squirrel Bafflers. So this is something that you can put on your cord, cable, chain, whatever it is that you're going to be hanging this with to protect your bird feeder from the squirrels. I've heard that you definitely have a good time watching them try to get in it. So this is a good purchase. All right. This guy is for the squirrels. All right. Onto the small pumpkin. So a lot of people use these guys inside on their tables, usually a bunch of them. So you probably have more than one sitting around. So if you want a group activity for the kids, little inexpensive pumpkins that we carry at Chalet to do that with. And for this one, we're just going to start by cutting it in half. And I'm just going to go mark my line with a Sharpie. And this one's just going to be a flat cut all the way around. Unlike what you would do with the jack-o'-lantern, just kind of keep it at an angle so it'll sit back in the pumpkin. There we go. And this is the part for the kids. Go ahead and have them dig out all of the insides here. Again, you can keep the seeds to eat. You can, make snacks for yourselves or leave them outside for the animals. So many seeds in these little pumpkins. And this tool has this nice serrated edge, so it really cleans it out nice and fast. And then we're gonna go back to my stick here. I need to cut 2 lengths that are gonna fit all the way through. So I'm gonna cut this right in half. And these are going to go in crosswise on the pumpkin there. So we're gonna need 4 holes. 4, mark my holes. And this knife tool is actually really easy for making holes. Sometimes people use drills, but if you can just get the tool through and then rotate it, it makes a good hole. Here's one. Go ahead and stick it right through. And the key with the second one is to make it a little bit lower so you can get it through. And I've seen people use the top of the pumpkins for these as well as like a roof. Like I said, with this one, you want to keep the rain out of the seed so it doesn't get moldy. So you can like either lift it with the string or lift it with some sticks and keep it for the top. But I'm not going to use it for this one, so it's going to go for the squirrels. There we go. So that's the base of your bird feeder. Definitely an easier method, doing a smaller pumpkin. You don't have to worry about so much weight in the tree either. So that's just like that. And then with our twine, I'm going to make 4 strings with loops at the end. So just make a bunny ear. And then pull the knot through. And then slide that onto your stick. So the sticks will act as both something to attach your twine to and a perch for the birds to land on. Twine really sticks to itself, which is good because it's not going to come untied. All right. So there's 2. not want to tie. Try this end. Because this is like a natural twine, some of it's thicker than other sides. So some of it's a little bit more pliable. There we go. 3. Four. Number 4 is a little loose. That's right. And that's gonna be how he hangs. Put a knot at the top. It's finally starting to warm up out here. It's 45 degrees this morning. Woo! It's definitely fall. I wasn't sure for a minute there if we were going to get there. If you guys come by the store, we've got Christmas set up already, so now the weather feels more appropriate. It's what I've been working on every day. Yeah, nice and sturdy. Wind can swing it around. Fill it with seed. And then once again, if you wanted to use squirrel protection, you can go ahead and just hang it in there. Birds will fly up in there and the squirrel can't get to it. Or we also have the hot pepper wax that you can spray on the pumpkins. Some of you may already have this for the pumpkins that you have outside, but this needs to be reapplied every, I think, 2 weeks or so, especially if it gets wet and rainy, to keep them from eating your pumpkins. So if you're having issues already with your pumpkins, this is a good thing. Otherwise, she's so cute. Imagine just like 12 of these in one of your trees. You'll attract every bird in the neighborhood. And hopefully not squirrels if that's not what you want. So that's really all I have to show you guys. We'll post the list of all of the materials that I used today to make these. I will email them out to you along with the rest of the video that we recorded today. Hopefully you guys can make some cool stuff. Definitely post them online and tag us because we love to see what you guys do with our craft classes. I don't know if you guys have any questions, but if you do, go ahead and ask them now. Whether it's repelling squirrels or what kind of seed to use. I know a little bit. Looks like good. Yeah. Yep. All right, cool. Well, thanks for coming in, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed doing this little project with me. Hope to see some birds in your neighborhood.